Hello people, how are we doing? So today is going to be a full day of eating. Basically what I'm eating in lockdown 2.0 to basically lose some fat, right? So the whole plan is right now is I'm going to focus on dropping a bit of body fat as we're in November 26th, I believe it is. We've got a month to Christmas. I know myself over the Christmas period and that kind of Christmas to New Year time frame, I'm going to be indulging, let's just say. So what I'm thinking right now is basically drop the body fat down a good bit, so when it comes to that time, the excess body fat again, I want to put me too far ahead, if that makes sense. So basically I'm trying to get skinny now to get fatter later. So that's kind of the reasoning behind it. I want to try and maintain some leanness through Christmas. So I reckon if I get a bit leaner now and I lead up to then it should be a bit easier to hold on to. So a wee bit less lean from probably one of the last videos you've seen me in. Can't even remember what my last video was right now. So the last video would have been the transformation video, so I'm a wee bit less leaner than that right now, so I basically kind of eased off the whole... It was a bit of a stricter diet, to be honest, so I wouldn't say I've gained much body fat, but I've probably gained a wee bit extra body fat. So again, I just want to get leaner just to try and maintain this leanness. Again, I don't want to kind of get to a point now where I'm bulking and cutting. I want to just try and kind of stay around about the same leanness throughout the year now. Right now I'm all focused on trying to build up my legs also. So the slightly less calories might affect strength gains in legs, but trying to get to 120 before Christmas. But anyway, I'm not going to show you any workouts today. It's just going to be solely on kind of what I'm eating and maybe a couple of things I'm doing to try and help drop the body fat down, right? So obviously training as a part of that, as well as that I should be doing some cardio. I haven't done any this week, the first week of lockdown. We're now on the Thursday. Reason being is just a lot of work to catch up on and trying to squeeze in workouts when I can in one of my free secret locations to work out in. And when I say secret locations, I just mean not Everlast Gym, because obviously the whole gyms are shut down, but I've got kind of a few home gyms I can go train at that aren't actually mine but they're friends, so I've been pretty lucky that way this time round. And I'll show you a few workouts in them through the whole lockdown, I guess, as well. But right now I'm going to get into what I'm going to go eat. So I've woke up and it's 9:30. Right now I'm trying to do a caffeine detox, meaning I don't have any caffeine whatsoever to try and kind of rebuild my caffeine levels up, because I can drink a pre-workout and not feel any effects from it, and that is not good. So I would usually fast in the morning, but right now I'm going to go and have an early leg workout. So I'm going to have a wee smoothie before I go and train, and as well as that I'm also going to grab a protein bar on the way to the gym as well, because it's good to have some protein into your diet, into your body before going and training to help spare some muscle mass, if you will. So that's basically it. I'm going to show you the smoothie when it's complete. In this smoothie I've basically been having some kale, spinach, frozen berries, almond milk. I would be having protein powder into it, but I'm waiting on my latest delivery coming. So that's what I'm going to have, a wee super smoothie, let's just call it. I'll show you that when it's done. One thing I did forget to mention there is the first thing I do when I wake up is drink lots of water. So this was just about full. I didn't drink the full litre and a half all there. I actually had that line from last night, so I probably drank about roughly a litre now. I usually do that first thing when I wake up just to get lots of water into my system. I have a few clients saying they can't get enough water in, blah blah blah. Drink lots of water in the morning and get you started, and then you'll be thirstier throughout the day. The more water you drink, the more water you then want to drink after that. So just make sure you drink loads of water in the morning, and it'll make getting loads of water in nice and easy. So the smoothie is complete. It looks disgusting, to be honest, right? But I've had it plenty of times, it's actually banging. Naughty. Really, really fruity. As I say, it looks a weird colour, and I'll just show you there. But it actually is pretty decent, to be honest. So I think in there you've got a banana, orange juice, 200 grams of frozen berries, 150ml of, no, it says orange juice, so you've got almond milk in there if you want to try and make yourself 200ml almond milk, 150ml of orange juice, there's a banana in there, 200 grams of frozen berries, 50 grams of kale and 50 grams of spinach. So I think that's probably just about a 5 a day in one smoothie first thing in the morning, so that gets you a good head start in the day of getting enough of kind of vitamins, micronutrients and that stuff into you. So I'd highly recommend this. I'm having obviously a big massive jug of this just because of all the ingredients I'm having in there, but I think it's been a pretty good way to start the day, see, because I've got more time now because of the lockdown. I've now got back-to-back PT clients where I've got no time to go and do stuff. I've actually got time. I'm happy I've put a bit of time into actually giving this a try out, because I don't think I'm going to go back to having normal breakfast now. What's happening, troops? So, I'm a greedy bastard and I forgot to show you my food before I ate it. So, well, I've took a bite with it so far. I got a grenade bar. By far, my favourite grenade bar is a salty peanut, white chocolate one. It's awesome. I've actually got, well, one of my online clients have access to my kind of top 10 protein bars. I believe it's top 10 protein bars on my, well, basically they get access to my kind of favourite list of protein bars when they sign up with me. They get to see what ones are the best, and this is definitely the best by far in my personal opinion. Battle Bites would rival that. So I just bought this out of Tesco, and protein bars are dear enough as it is, right? $2.50, but now they're up to $2.75. I know it's all 25p, man, but how long before they're £3? What a robbery, man. £3 for a fucking chocolate bar basically, but hey ho, it's weird how you can just put protein on anything and make it so much more expensive. But hey ho, so this will be my last wee thing before I go and train legs. Aye, peace out. Hello people, how are we doing? So hopefully you can see me here. If not, I've just ruined this full clip, but hey ho, right. So I've just finished my leg day, and now as soon as I finish leg day, right, I always feel kind of really dizzy, right? Maybe not dizzy, but light-headed and really hungry. So I've got something for straight after my workout. It's just simple wee biscuits basically, right? They're kind of breakfast biscuits, if you will. I guess they're slightly healthier than other biscuits, but realistically they're still just a biscuit, right? What these basically are going to be fast-acting carbs, because they're going to 100% have sugar in them. They're going to kind of help spike my sugar levels again, and kind of start to kind of spike, I believe insulin is the word as well, and that's going to start to aid in muscle repair, right? But as well as that, I need to get some protein into my diet, so I'm going to wait till I go home and get some protein into my diet, and I'll show you what meal I'm using. But I just feel having something straight after a workout is always pretty good in my personal opinion, just for how I actually feel. As I say, I always kind of feel a wee bit kind of like almost light-headed after my workouts. Don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, so if you know, let me know. As well as that, I want to touch on a wee question I got via Instagram, right? So what is the most important thing when it comes to losing fat? And that is going to be, number one, calories, right? Making sure you're in a calorie deficit. What a calorie deficit means is basically eating less than your body requires, right? So if your body requires 2,000 calories, if you eat 1,800, you're in a 200 calorie deficit and you're going to lose body fat, okay? But then straight after that, I would say protein is very high up there as well, right? Because when you're in a calorie deficit, your body doesn't think, okay, I want to maintain muscle mass. Your body just thinks, okay, I need to start tapping into some energy sources, and a very easy, quick, immediate energy source that you can tap into is muscle. So I feel as if you're having a high protein diet, it's going to help basically maintain that muscle mass better and ensure you're dropping the majority of the weight is going to be fat. Right, so there's the two most important things when it comes to trying to lose body fat: calorie deficit and having a high protein diet. So I'm going to eat this right now and then go home and get a meal in ASAP. Yo, so I'm back for the gym and I've had my wee pan of biscuits, as you just seen. My bagels have just popped. So what I'm basically going to have is kind of a later on breakfast, if you will. I'm kind of having breakfast for lunch. And what I mean by breakfast is I'm having sausages, both chicken and square sausage, and I'm going to have them on a bagel. Well, I'm going to have one of them on a bagel and then the other one's just kind of by their side. But yeah, basic bitch meal, but sometimes I like to just be a bit basic bitch when I'm eating food. Used to be really fussy, I'm getting a bit better now, but I've just quite plain foods. But the main question I've got is, can you eat square sausage and lose fat? Yes, you can. I'm going to show you how, right? Firstly, I'm going to tell you how, firstly. So first of all, what matters most, as I previously spoke about, was being in a calorie deficit, meaning eating less calories than your body requires. If you eat a square sausage and you're still eating in a calorie deficit, you will lose fat. Second up, I've found square sausage that are low in fat, high in protein. Is that not just awesome? If you want to know where I got them, comment in the comments down below. and I'll tell you where I got them now, so I'm just going to show you them quickly. There you go, square sausage, easy peasy. So how much grams of protein would you believe is in this meal made up of mostly sausages? I'm going to show you actually, it looks super basic bitch, but again this is just what I like to eat. So we have the bagel, 3 square sausage and 4 sausages. So each one of these sausages is about 10 grams of protein a piece, meaning there's 70 grams of protein in this meal alone. That's not even counting the bagel. I have a high protein intake daily. Roughly it's up about 200 grams just now, so I need to have quite big servings of protein in each meal. But aye, 70 grams of protein in a meal made of sausages is pretty fucking awesome and tasty if I don't say so myself. Hello again, so now it's about 6 o'clock ish and I've finished kind of my work for the day, dealing with online clients and kind of new sign-ups, getting check-ins done, etc, etc. Also obviously I did adjust a lot of training plans because of the whole shifting to home workout thing, so that's been a bit time consuming, but hey ho, it's done. So now my plans for tonight is basically to go up to my friends. Right before I go up, I'm going to have a quick meal. Now I'm in a position where I'm super lucky and I get sent meal preps off my friend's company, Cal's Meal Prep. Go check them out on Instagram if you don't already. So what I'm basically going to have right now is a katsu chicken curry. These meals have actually been super beneficial to me, right? So I previously wouldn't have ever really used meal preps. Obviously I was with a different meal prep company before, but I would never have thought to use meal preps because I always made the meals myself. But I'm actually really enjoying having the kind of the variations of different meals there available all the time, instead of me having to cook the meals and prep them myself and take them up to my friends, right? So one issue I always run into is if I'm either out and about or up at my friend's house, I don't have foods I can use or take up with me on the go, as well if you get a takeout or whatever it may be, they're all usually full of shit. So it's really awesome having these meal preps there. So I'm going to have this katsu curry just now, right before I go up, and then I'll be taking up this beef teriyaki with me as well. I'll just have that later on in the night, and then that'll basically bring me to the end of my day. So right now my calories for the day are 2,500. Previously they were 2,900, but I'm moving about a lot less than I was when I was in the gym, and I'm wanting to drop down a wee bit of body fat. So I reckon my maintenance is about 2,900, 3,000 ish. So I'm on about a 500 calorie deficit for the next 3 weeks to try and drop down that body fat through the day as well. So I'll aim for my 2,500 calories and I'll aim to have about roughly 200 grams of protein through the day. Other than that, I'll basically let my carbs and fats fluctuate throughout the day. I don't really care how they go. I just won't let my fats drop consistently below 40 grams per day, as really low fats consistently can actually have a lot of negative effects to you. Main one being your hormones, right? You don't have so many things, right, but hormones is will be the main one. If your hormones dip, so for example guys testosterone dips, your ability to build muscle or maintain muscle is going to be very little, so it's important to keep